Hello everyone, and welcome back to another random bits and pieces segment of my brain, and today we're going back to Recettear. In the last episode, we kind of went through the intro and the tutorial, or at least a huge chunk of the tutorial, and we cleared the first dungeon and made our first friend, Louis. So today we're gonna go ahead and continue. As we saw in the last episode, we need to hit 10,000 picks by the 8th. We're the 3rd today, and we have 2,500 picks, so we should be pretty good to go here. So whenever you put things in front of the window, you kind of want to have either all of the same type of things if you want to attract certain type of customers, or you want to have a variety so that you can try to attract a little bit of everybody. So it really depends on what you need to do. Right now I'm not focusing on anybody in particular, so I have some food, weapons, some accessories and everything, so I have a little bit of everything. So we're gonna go ahead and go to town and see what's going on over there. Alright, so as we can see, the chapel and the town square are blinking. That means that there's something that's going to happen over there, so let's go ahead and go to the town square first. I love being able to relax in the plaza like this. You never seem to have trouble relaxing even when we are not in the plaza. Well, it's healthy, right? Alright, and that's pretty much it. Now we're gonna go to the chapel. Recettear, you came from a finance company, right? What on earth? Yes, that is right. I work for Term Finance. So you're employed by them, right? What's it like? No, that is not quite accurate. I was contracted to Term through another organization. Thus, I am not really an employee per se. So you're just contracted? I'm surprised, you seem so... It is not that surprising. Almost all ferries in human society belong to a ferry-specific contract agency. There are, of course, a few free agent ferries out there as well, and... so that's how it works. Yes, to tell the truth, it can be difficult for ferries to find employment in human society, so the agencies were founded an age ago in order to help facilitate ferry livelihoods. That's amazing. Quite. Alright, so the way that days go by, if you look on the top left corner, you kind of have a pie chart there where it says day 3. So every day has 4 different time periods if you want. So I'm already using one right now because I have been going to the town square and chapel and everything. Once you go to one of those places, you can go everywhere except the Adventurers Guild. You can go everywhere and it's still gonna only use one. So if I were to want to buy stuff at the Merchants Guild right now, I could go and it still wouldn't use more than 1 unit of time. However, I am going to be going and adventuring, and it's going to take 2 more periods of time, so that's going to take 3 periods of time total, which means that I'm not going to have a lot of time to sell tonight. So since this playthrough is going to try to focus mostly on getting items from dungeons and see if we can pay the debt that way, we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Alright, so we have Louis, who is now level 7. As you can see, it's going to cost me 650 picks to hire him. So I'm not giving Louis anything. We're good. So we're going to go ahead and go to the Jade Way. And we're going to do floor 1 to 5. So the way that dungeons work is that every 5 floors you have a door, which is basically a waypoint. So that later on you can come back to that particular waypoint and not have to start from the start. However, since I haven't been to Jadeway yet, obviously I only have access to the first 5 floors. Once I make it to the 5th floor and that I use the door there to basically record my progress with that waypoint, I'm going to be able next time that I come to go straight to floor 5 and, well, basically floor 6, and to try to do floor 6 to 10, or you can come back and do floor 1 to 5 if you want. No. Alright, let's go down first. Okay, fish. Fish is a trap. I avoided it and it killed all of the enemies for me. When enemies die from a trap, you still get the XP, so that's kind of neat. Now, Louis eventually is going to need to buy a better weapon than this because it's going to be long. So those bunny things tend to jump back when you try to attack them, so the way to kill them is either to surprise them real quick or to corner them against the wall so that they can't back out. Those guys can be annoying. A good way to get rid of them is to kind of try to come diagonally. Or just crit, that works too. Alright, a raincoat. Okay, found the... Now, since we're at the start and we're trying to make money only from dungeons, it's pretty important for me to clear all of the rooms to try to get as much treasure as possible. Okay, so that's a bomb. That's what bombs looks like in this game. Just like the fish, they can kill enemies as well. So if you time your things right, you can, have enemies die from it. Okay, so that's ice. So you kind of see I'm kind of sliding, I'm not like moving. It's just, that can be pretty annoying depending on where you're at. Right now it doesn't really matter because I'm going to the next floor, but when there's a lot of fast enemies it can be really annoying because then it becomes hard to avoid them or even kill them. Wow, that was fast. Sometimes when you get on a new floor, there's special things, either good or bad. So sometimes the mini-map is gonna be all revealed to you, showing you where the treasures are and everything. Sometimes your defense is increased or decreased or things like that. Okay. Looks like it's a small floor, unless everything is on the left there. Oh, that was a waste of a crit. Yeah, sometimes I'm horrible to get those bees, or hornets, or whatever they are. Okay. Wooden armband. Third floor already. Alright, so that's what I was talking about. They're pretty hard to get unless you get them against the wall. There you go, little bunny rabbit. Succulent dinner. Wow. I keep finding the portals right away. When I'm gonna need to get out fast, I'm probably not gonna get that kind of luck for sure. And we're sliding. So that can be kind of annoying, especially like those mushrooms are jumping around and everything. The standard charm. Focus stuff. Yeah, I can't wait for Louis to feel like he needs a new weapon. Okay, so that clears floor 3. We're gonna go ahead and head to the portal. Alright, so that's kind of a short, not paralyzed, but like you move slow. You and the enemies nearby. Not that big of a deal. So food in this game is how you heal. And there's 2 types of foods. There's regular food, which replenishes your hit points, and then most sweets are going to replenish your skill points. So the candy that I just got is a sweet, so if I were to eat it, it would refill my skill points, not my hit points. Thank you, rocks. And this is an egg toast. Egg toast is regular food, so it would be increasing my hit points. Old muffler. Thank God those bees only take 1 hit, because I can swing at it forever. Already full, huh? Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of a chestnut. I will be finding plenty more. Nice. That didn't even kill him, so monsters tend to get a little stronger from floor to floor, but in 5 floor segments it's not that bad. So, you know, from floor 1 to 5 here, yes, they're gonna get a little stronger, but nothing that should get out of hand. Oh, I want that orange. I don't want the chestnuts. And by the way, I dig this little tune. It's very, very cheery. I'm not gonna drop something for the walnut bread. Walnut bread usually is one of the cheapest things you can get. Yes, alright, so this is a boss. We're gonna try to not die. So the goal here is to let him get smaller. If he absorbs one of the slimes like that, he kind of gets big again. And the smaller he is, the more damage you deal to him. So you kind of let him do his thing and just kill the slimes. And then when he's like that, you can go... Even if he's smaller, he can still hit you. I'm gonna go ahead and use maybe that candy that I found. I hate to use stuff that early because I need the money, but I also need to not die. Alright, on the top right you see the boss's health. Well, that was not... Alright. There you go. Alright, so every time that you reach level 5, most of the time, not level 5, but every 5th floor, you typically will have a boss battle. Not every single time, but most of the time. And after you beat the boss, you have the choice of either going back to town, that's the red door, or continuing into the dungeon. My bag is full, I'm not going to push through, I'm gonna go ahead and go back. Alright, so it's already night. We're gonna go ahead and go back to town, or to the store. And we're gonna go ahead and reorganize some of that stuff here. Alright. So we have a little bit of everything up. So we're gonna go ahead and open up shop. That's going to take out, so if you look at the pie chart on the top left, and there's gonna be a tutorial about that here soon, but if you look top left, you can see the arrow is like completely at the bottom. That's because I've used 3 of the 4 units of time for the day. I went, to the plaza and went to the chapel, so that took 1 unit of time, and then I did a dungeon that was 2 more. So I only have 1 unit of time to try to sell stuff. Hello, Louis. Go ahead and buy that sword over there. No, not that. Well, I mean, I'll take the money, but... Alright, so Louis usually about 115. Okay, so he wants a focus staff, so we're gonna go ahead and sell it to him. The man usually has money, so 125 is usually pretty good. Alright, merchant level 2, so we're gonna unlock some more things. See, that's what Louis needed to buy. So the game doesn't usually put you up to fail in the sense that customers are not going to try to purchase things from you that they cannot afford at least the base price. So you usually don't have to sell at a loss, except in certain situations. We'll see when we get there. Alright, so that gives us a summary of our day here. Got some honey and found and everything. It's worth a lot of money. I didn't put it up. I'm undecided on if I'm going to craft in this playthrough or not, so I'm holding on to it for now. 4th day. Alright, so we're gonna get a little bit more of a tutorial here. Well then, you seem to have developed a basic understanding of how to sell things to people and not drive them to burn the shop in anger. Yeah, that's usually good. Yipperoni, easy as pie. Hopefully you don't put pepperoni in your pies. That would be, well, unless you consider pizza a pie, but I'm not getting into that debate. Being a truly great store owner involves more than selling things, however. There are times when people will want to sell items to you as well. Really? I suspect we will begin to get such offers soon. But I already buy stuff from the guild in the market, so why should I worry about buying stuff from the customers? There is one major difference between a guild or market purchase and a purchase from an individual. Individuals do not have set prices. In other words, you can haggle as you do when selling, haggle down, that is. Oh, so I can get stuff really cheap. But that seems like it'd be pretty hard. Fundamentally, buying and selling are not that different. The customer shows you an item they wish to sell, and then you set a price and perhaps negotiate. Obviously, you wish to pay less than the base price of the item. Okay, so buy low, sell dear, right? Just so. That is the very core of a successful business. Now then, shall we practice? The fundamental procedure is the same as when selling. Kyo. Welcome to Recettear. Would you buy this for me? Okay, need to name a price lower than the base. So, think, press down. Come on, me, you can do this. So what should I set it to? Not bad, but I suspect most customers will be fine with going lower. Try lowering the price a bit more, 70 or less perhaps. Excellent, this is a good price level. Now then, let us practice haggling over the price alone. The concept is essentially the same as selling something. Now that you have offered a price you believe to be fair, adjust your offer until they agree to sell it to you. Okay. Let us begin then. Can you offer me a little more? I think it is worth a lot. Okay, so I need to set a higher offering price. Yes, between 50% and 70% of the base is a good target. You will gain an item to sell without giving up too much money. And that is essentially how it goes. You seem to have a decent enough grasp of it. Well, let us put theory into practice again. I will sell you several items. If you buy them from me successfully, I believe you will be ready to proceed. Well, let us begin. Hello, welcome to Recettear. What would you be willing to pay for this? For a cherry? Yes, an excellent price. Thank you so much. Yay, I got cherry for 590 pigs. Yes, well done. Let us do that once more. Hello, welcome to Recettear. What would you be willing to pay for this? Oh, a beef bowl. Yes, an excellent price. Thank you so much. Yay, I got beef bowl for 1500 pigs. Very, very good. You are ready. If you ever wish to practice again, simply ask. I think we're good. Alright, so basically, just like this little tutorial said, now that I've hit merchant level 2, customers might come to my store not to buy things but to sell them to me. And sometimes they sell you stuff that you really don't want to buy, but I'm going to be buying that stuff anyway, because doing so keeps your XP combo going, and usually you want to have as much XP as you can get. So this is day 4 of the playthrough. So on day 8 we need to have 10,000 peaks. We're gonna go ahead and save the game, and we're gonna call it a video. As usual, thank you for tuning in, and as usual, I'll see you guys next time whenever I roll this game again. So see ya.